BNP was out on the streets a couple of years before the 2014 national elections, pressing for a return to the caretaker system. The party was holding meetings and enforcing shutdowns. The movements became violent since 2013. The country started burning in the blockades enforced by BNP. Indiscriminate vandalism continued, targeting public transport. Petrol bomb attacks on trains and buses and arson created a dreadful atmosphere. BNP's ally Jamaat and its Student Front Shibir activists joined this anarchic and violent movement unleashed by the party. Widespread attacks continued on law enforcement agencies. They blew up the wrists of policemen in bomb attacks, assaulted on-duty cops in broad daylight, cut down trees and created obstacles on the highways. BNP Jamaat activists killed 92 law enforcement members across the country and left many more injured. The said affair polling stations killed and injured election officials to impede polls. But despite their efforts, they could not thwart the election. The national election was held on January 5, 2014 to continue democratic and constitutional process. But the BNP continued its movement, rejecting the polls. Arson and violence continued. At one point, the people turned away from the shutdowns and blockades. Even in the face of intense violent movement, people came out from their homes to make a living. The wheel of vehicles began to spin. The BNP Jamaat alliance was forced to end their movement. Before the 2018 elections, BNP joined the fray with a new plot. The party came to the election under the Awami League while maintaining its demand for a caretaker government. It also participated in political dialogue. Maintaining its decades-old alliance with war criminal party Jamaat, the BNP formed the Jatiyo ঐক্য Front led by former Awami League leader Dr. Kamal Hussain. Jamaat gave up 22 seats after losing its registration with the Election Commission. The BNP allocated its election symbol of sheaf of paddy to Jamaat candidates. An irate Dr. Kamal reacted angrily when journalists asked him about it on December 14 of that year at a program making the Martyred Intellectuals Day. On December 26, 4 days before the election, in response to questions from the media, Dr. Kamal said that he was unaware about the nomination of Jamaat leaders. In this situation, on the day of voting on December 30, BNP Secretary General said the election was going well. But after balloting, even it became evident that the result would go against the BNP. The party remained silent. After a few days, they started complaining of massive rigging, claiming that votes had been cast at night. But they could not present any evidence to support their claim. On the contrary, the Secretary General of the party won the election but did not take oath as a member of parliament. However, the other elected members and the reserved women's seat winners from the party took oath. BNP even participated in the by-election in the seat vacated by Mirza Fakhrul and own. In this situation, BNP announced that it would call its candidates from all the 300 constituencies and listen to electoral irregularities. The party heard only 78 of the candidates in 2 rounds at the Supreme Court auditorium. Besides, 72 cases filed over election saw no progress. According to Awami League, the BNP carried out acts of terror by calling to thwart the election in 2014. And even though they participated in the 2018 election, their main objective was to try to make the polls controversial instead of winning. মাহাদ ইসলাম ধ্রুব, সময় সংবাদ, ঢাকা।